Today, we're talking about the Roland Aira Compact Series. Freebeat. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Freebeat, where I post new music-related content every single day, so if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Today's patron shout-out goes to Nobu. Thank you so very much for the support. Let's get started. So today, Roland revealed that they have three new budget and pocket-sized, essentially, synthesizers called the Aira Compact Series. There's the E-4, which is a vocal effects type processor. There's the J-6, which is a four-voice synth that seems to be tailored towards chords specifically. And finally, there's the T8, which is a six-part drum machine, also with a sequenceable bass synth. So it's kind of a drum and bass machine, which is really cool. Really quick, right off the bat, I just want to say that I do not have these machines. Roland did not send them to me or tell me about the announcement or anything. They had no involvement in the making of this video. The last time I made a video talking about a newly announced piece of gear was the Electron Syntact, and a lot of people seem to think I was trying to trick my viewers into thinking I had it, and no, that is not the case at all. I simply want to have a discussion about these pieces of gear because, well, I think this series is pretty interesting, and I think that Roland has done something really cool that we'll get into in just a minute. So again, these are kind of pocket-sized synths. They all have built-in batteries that are rechargeable with USB-C. So first of all, thank you to Roland for using USB-C, which should be the standard everywhere, and a lot of companies seem to not even know that it exists yet, so props to them for that. They all sound great from what I've heard. Again, I don't have them on me, but if you go check out like Red Means Recording, Bo Beats, Cuckoo's channel, they've all got fantastic overviews of these. Loopop. How did I forget Loopop? If you really want to deep dive into these, go check out Loopop's review of all three of them. In fact, before continuing with this video, I do recommend that you at least familiarize yourself with the general concept of each of the three of these devices if you haven't yet. Now, the thing that I want to touch on is the fact that a lot of people are comparing these to the Korg Volcas, and it's pretty easy to see why. They are roughly the same size. In fact, from what I can tell, they're actually a little smaller than the Volcas, which is crazy because these are already pretty small, and they are a lot thinner looking too, which is nice because the Volcas are pretty thick. They also are battery powered, even though the Volcas are requiring 6 AA's, whereas the Aira Compact Series, they just required USB charging. They're also priced pretty similarly. The Volcas are starting at about $169 and going all the way up to $199 US. And the Aira Compact Series looks like it's going to be right at $199, so fairly affordable. However, I think Roland has done something really cool here in that, and I don't know if this was on purpose or not, but at least two of the three of these Aira Compact machines do not seem to step on the Volca series at all. Rather, they seem to be great complements to the Volca series. The more that I think about it, it probably was done on purpose, just knowing how much research goes into a new product. You know, it's not like Roland is going to completely ignore the Volcas. Anyway, the pair of devices that I don't think tread on the Volcas at all are the J6 and the E-4. Again, the E-4 being the vocal effects box, more or less. It's got some other features, and you can use those effects to really process any audio you want, but it's got like an auto-tune and a cool scatter effect, things like that. And the J6, which is, as you might guess by the J, a Juno-based synth, and this one is focused more on chords, so we can guarantee that we're going to get some of those great, lush Juno sounds. Neither of these synths get in the way of any of the Volcas. Even though the J6 is a chord synth, I've said many times before that I think that the Volca keys functions far better as a lead or bass synth than it does with the little three-voice polyphony, it's paraphonic, so they share the same filters and envelopes, than it does like that. It's kind of awkward sounding when it plays chords, but leads and bass-wise, it sounds fantastic. and I've actually showcased that many times on the channel. So I think that pairing up a Volca keys with those beautiful lush chords of the J6 is going to be a great combination. And the fact that you're going to be able to get those two instruments together for less than $400 US is really cool. You're going to be able to make some incredible sounding music with just those two devices. Add in really whatever drum machine that you want, and you'll be off to the races. With the E4, of course, that's territory that Korg has never touched in the Volca line. A vocal effects processor is unheard of for the Volcas, and the vocal effects Volca... That's hard to say. Anyway, the E4 has like a mic in, which is really cool. It's got a second mic in on the headphone jack. It's a combo. You can either run audio through it and not process it, and that audio can be stereo, as with all of the Aira Compact Series, or you can run audio in through that headphone mic jack in mono and process it. Super cool. Again, I highly recommend checking out some of the other videos of creators who actually have the new Aira Compact Series in front of them. The vocal effects sound pretty good. Now, the T8 is a bit of a different story in terms of stepping on the toes of the Volcas. It's a drum machine and a bass synth. One thing I do want to note here, another shout out to Roland. Thank you for giving us both of these in one machine, rather than making it two different machines. I think they very easily could have given us the drum machine and the bass synth as two separate devices and charged $200 for each. So to get them both in the same box is really cool. Even though the bass synth does seem to be kind of limited, it sounds fantastic. And the fact of the matter is you're going to be able to throw down some real cool stuff even if you just have the J6 and the T8. Throw in a Volca keys for leads over the top of that, and you've got a perfectly capable arsenal. However, I do have one glaring issue with the Aira Compact Series. It seems that Roland has given you quite a few sequencer patterns to work with, which 2 thumbs up from me. I also saw on the J6, at least in the Roland demonstration video on their YouTube channel, the presenter actually said you can have up to 64 measures per pattern. I'm not sure if they misspoke or not, but if they didn't, wow, that's even more thumbs up from me. 64 measures per pattern is huge. However, there is no pattern chaining on any of the compact series. I've seen a few folks say that they think this could easily be added in a firmware update, which if that's possible, Roland, please go ahead and do that, because that would take these to the next level. And I would immediately order one, probably the J6, if pattern chaining became available. But all in all, I'm pretty impressed with the Aira Compact Series. The major thing I took away is that it didn't feel like Roland was trying to compete with the Volcas, but rather give the user more options in this kind of form factor and price point, and just make more types of sounds and sequencing and just overall, sonic palettes more available to Volca users that maybe already have one or two of them. And I think that is just terrific. 2 thumbs up again for me. I've done a lot of thumbs up in this video, but that is just so cool if it was intentional. And if not, I think it's a great selling point for both the Volcas and the Aira Compact Series. Are you planning to get your hands on any of these synths from Roland? Please let me know down in a comment below. And of course, I would love if we could continue the discussion in the comment section as well. I do hope you found this video informative or at least entertaining. If you did, be sure to leave a like on it. If not, you know where that little thumbs down button is. That's okay too. Doesn't hurt my feelings, just makes me try that much harder next time. Either way, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. New content every single day. Thank you all so very much for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.